so far this year, 8 straight. But I'm sticking with Cooper Flagg. He's averaging 20 points per game, and I just like how he affects the game in many different ways. He can play 1 through 4. He can play those positions. He can guard those positions. He's had a 49-point game in that head-to-head where I think Khan had 34. And he's just someone that is dominant. He came into his own. He has 7 30-point games. I look at the holistic way that Cooper Flagg affects basketball. And
what's up, everyone? Welcome back. The NFL offseason is in full swing, and we've got breaking news courtesy of Adam Schefter. The Los Angeles Rams have promoted Nate Schilhaasa to offensive coordinator, filling the final OC opening in the league. Schilhaasa, who interviewed for 5 head coaching jobs this cycle, now takes over an offense that just got Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, and Devontae Adams clicking at the highest level. And as Ryan Clark just pointed out, this is the most Rams move possible. Let's start with the news. Schilhaasa was the pass game coordinator last year, and the Rams' passing attack was among the league's best. Now he gets the title, and he'll be joined by a familiar face, Cliff Kingsbury, who was brought in to join Sean McVay's staff. As our panel notes, this is about more than just X's and O's. Ryan Clark breaks it down. I think the first thing is that Sean McVay makes it work no matter who it is. We've seen so many of his assistants move up and become head coaches. Nate Schilhaasa, who had opportunities to interview for head coaching jobs, seems like the next up. Clark also highlights the value of bringing in an outside perspective like Kingsbury. For me, it's also bringing in Cliff Kingsbury. Now you're collecting other great offensive minds. What that adds is an outside perspective on how other people see you, how they know your tips, your tendencies, and how you can now change from the perception that has had of you outside the building. Marcus Spears adds the flip side. If you're Cliff Kingsbury, why wouldn't you want to come work for Sean McVay and see how a head coach with that tremendous amount of success has been able to sustain it? Kingsbury has been a head coach before, and it fell off. Learning from McVay could be the key to his next opportunity. The numbers speak for themselves. McVay has had 10 or more wins in 7 of his 9 seasons and appeared in 2 Super Bowls. His coaching tree is one of the most successful in the league. Schilhaasa is the latest branch. Now, let's pivot to the other major OC story, the Seattle Seahawks and Brian Fleury. Fleury comes from Kyle Shanahan's staff in San Francisco, and he's taking over the offense that just won the Super Bowl. Marcus Spears says this is one of the most pressurized jobs in the league. I think it's one of the most pressurized offensive coordinator jobs in the league. I would say the most if it wasn't for Philadelphia. Fleury's introductory comments were perfect. He'll maintain continuity for Sam Darnold, who's coming off a career year, but also add his own spin from the Shanahan system. I love what Fleury said. He said we are going to keep some of the things because it's about committing to making sure Sam Darnold keeps on this track of being a very high-level quarterback. Ryan Clark points out that the area for growth is the run game. The Seahawks were 21st in red zone efficiency, and adding Shanahan's creativity with Kenneth Walker could be the difference maker. In Baltimore, the Ravens have hired 29-year-old Declan Doyle as offensive coordinator. He's the same age as Lamar Jackson, and his comments about voluntary workouts have already stirred the pot. Marcus Spears loves the message. I love the message. If Lamar Jackson's ass ain't there in the offseason with a brand new offensive coordinator, we going to come on during this football season and the first minute they struggle, we going to talk about Lamar wasn't there when this coach showed up. Ryan Clark adds that Doyle needs to be collaborative. Lamar Jackson doesn't need to be in Baltimore to get taught how to play football. He needs to be there to have input, to work on something that works for him. That's why he needs to be there. The Ravens have 2 MVPs on their roster, but they haven't had the playoff success. This new staff is tasked with changing that. Finally, in Tennessee, Brian Daboll is working with Cam Ward, the first overall pick. Daboll has a track record with young quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Daniel Jones, Jackson Dart. His approach is all about relationship and collaboration. RC notes, when you look at Cam Ward's tape, there are 10 throws that are absolute dimes that nobody in the league could have done better. Dable will be part of the group that gets him to take that step. Marcus adds, Cam Ward is the type of quarterback that gets coaches head coaching jobs. He played and competed like he was trying to go to the playoffs every single week. That seriousness, combined with Dable's approach, could be special. What do you think? Is Nate Schilhasa the next great McVay disciple? Can Brian Fleury keep Seattle's offense rolling? And will Lamar Jackson show up for OTAs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you love NFL coaching carousel analysis and hard-hitting debate, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.